Welcome to an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the Killua vs. Johness CGI project. Today we're talking to the genius behind it all, Bryce CGI. Thanks for joining us. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. It's not every day that I get to talk about spending countless hours making anime characters fight in 3D. Let's jump right in. Out of all the epic battles in Hunter x Hunter, why'd you choose Killua vs. Johness? What's the story there? I would have to say that all of Killua's battles are legendary, but this one in particular has intensity, it has emotion, and it's honestly the first look at Killua's sort of dark ominous or mysterious fighting capabilities coming from an assassin family. So this really gives me a chance to push the limits of CGI. Plus, it also gave me a reason to avoid social interactions for a few months. See, that sounds like a win-win. Creative fulfillment and a perfect excuse. So you've got quite the toolkit. Blender, Houdini, After Effects, DaVinci. How do you manage to keep everything in sync without losing your mind? Yeah. So it's all about controlled chaos. I sculpted Killua's head in Blender as well as Johness's, which was great for nailing the expressions. And then for the hair on both 3D models, I did in Houdini. And that was my first time using Houdini. So that's a software that is professional level and it's node based. So it's very hard to navigate. You have a million options, just crazy. I was also working with a friend to come up with a better pipeline. And I was basically the guinea pig. So I would fix something and then something else will go wrong. We would fix something and then something else will go wrong. But it's very hard to use. So After Effects did the compositing, and then DaVinci made it look polished and cinematic. But it's really like it's like juggling flaming swords. It's exciting, but you might lose a finger. Okay, so Houdini for hair. That sounds like a real challenge. Oh yeah, definitely. Killua's hair has a life of its own, but Houdini gave me the control I needed. And it also made me question some life choices. And then it was definitely worth the struggle. Definitely worth it. Aside from sculpting the hair that defies gravity, what other parts of this project tested your sanity? Aura is another big one for me because I wanted it to feel powerful, but still dark and ominous. So not over the top, but sort of like how they did Morbius. There's this one scene where he's just going berserk, attacking everybody, but as he speed blitzes people, there's this dark aura, purple smoky effect like rolling off of him. And I thought that would be great for Killua going into assassin mode, because it shouldn't be like Super Saiyan. I mean, he's assassinating Johness in this mysterious way. So it just took a lot of simulating and dialing in those settings to get the look I wanted. So out of everything you've worked on, what's the moment in the final product that makes you say, yeah, that's the one? I would have to say finishing VFX compositing, because that's where you see everything coming together. Just bringing the scene to life, the aura, the expressions, the impacts, the energy. It's just that satisfying moment where you're like, okay, all of these late nights paid off. Hopefully. Nothing like a strong finish to wrap it all up. For anyone watching that is thinking about getting into VFX, what is your biggest piece of advice that you can give them? Dive in head first. Do not be afraid to mess up. That is where the real learning happens. And seriously, just get comfortable with your tools, whether it's Blender, Houdini, or anything else, because knowing them inside out will save you a lot of frustration in the end. And also, just take mental breaks. You'd be surprised how many problems you can solve by just taking a break and just stepping away. Okay, practical and delicious advice. I like it. So what's next for you? More battles or something completely different? I might do Kaneki next. I want to do a Tokyo Ghoul video because the first one I did was just bad. I didn't have any experience back then, and I tried to turn myself into him, and yeah. So knowing what I know now, I think I could produce something pretty great. Thank you so much, Bryce, for sharing your process with us. Any parting words for the viewers? Yeah, definitely, of course. Just a huge thanks for tuning in, guys. If you like this, don't forget to comment and subscribe, because there's always something new on the horizon. You guys heard it. Stay creative, stay inspired, and enjoy.
That's right. A battle to the death. Soon, I'll tear your body apart.